So the second game in today's video is quite simple. It's an away game in the Premier League against Everton. Nothing to really write home about. But the first game in today's episode is in the FA Cup. It is in the quarter-final. And it is against my former team, Charlton Athletic. What could possibly go wrong? Hi there, how you doing? Welcome to part 4 of Club 3 of the MyCareer save here on Football Manager. My name is Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video where, they're the two games. Everton is going to be the second game, away from home. Could be a bit of a challenge, but also we could get a point or two from that one. Probably not 2. I don't think you can get 2 points from a game, can you? But the first game is FA Cup. It is quarter-final. It's a chance to get to the semi-final. And, Charlton Athletic. The team are ditched to come to Wolves, which I feel a little bit bad about because if we look at the Premier League table, it is it's not looking good for them. They have slipped into relegation zone. They're 5 points from safety. There's 8 games left, so they've got points on the board to try and get back there, but they have got the worst goal difference in the league as well, which shows you just what a good job we were doing. I mean, when you look at the wins that they got as well, they're all home games. They've not been. We couldn't crack it away from home, so that's not just something that they've had an issue with. We had an issue with that as well. But we got the win against United. I'm pretty sure we got the win against Arsenal. We got the win against West Ham. I think I left before the Leeds game, and then obviously Nottingham and Crystal Palace, they managed to get those wins as well. But there's a long list of losses that we had nothing to do with. So many so that they can't even all fit on the screen. Since you asked for this, it's not actually been that long, to be honest, since the cup final against Manchester City, where we got battered, as we expected we would. But we've done okay. Now, I've been a real tactical fiddler this season, I know, but I have done a bit more tactical fiddling, and there's 2 results on here that, if I scroll down a little bit, you'll look at and go, what on earth is going on? So, we'll start with Rotherham. This was more of a struggle than it needed to be. We had to wait until extra time to get past them. We could not properly get anything going, but we also lost Frigan, who has been our main goal threat, so that was a bit of a problem. So we had to kind of navigate that a little bit, but we did end up getting the win. We then got an away draw against Liverpool, which was stunning to me. We actually started with a 4-2-3-1 and then moved over to a 4-3-3. The 4-3-3 has definitely been working for us, but I did move to that 4-2-3-1 just to try and give us a little bit more defensive stability. At least I think that's the way around that those formations are. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like that's what we did. But anyway, we started with the 4-3-3, then we moved to the formation that we're now currently using, which is a 4-2-3-1 narrow, because I feel like being a bit spicy. And this game, honestly, 2-2 is a great result, but it broke me. We got what we thought was a winner in the 92nd minute, only for them to equalise in the 98th. That hurt a lot. But then we actually kept with that formation, the 4-2-3-1 narrow. And look at the 2 results. Yes, they're at home, but we beat Manchester United 3-1. Out of nowhere, we beat them 3-1, which was great. And then Arsenal, we bodied them, and they were at that point top of the league. I don't know whether they still are. We'll have a look at that again in a moment. But we bodied them. Absolutely bodied them. The XG was like under a goal per team. And yet we absolutely destroyed them. We did lose Nuno Tavares, and we did get a few yellow cards, but it was great. Noah Darvic is starting to play really well. He's starting to really look the part, which is good to see. We're seeing some good performances from Fernandes. Sonko is currently our emergency striker. He's done okay as well. He's got a goal there, a goal there. And a goal there as well. He's looking all right, actually. I'm quite happy with his performances at the moment. It's actually looking like a pretty tasty formation. So that leads us to today's game. The first one, at least, against Charlton. And we're going to use it, although I haven't used it against a team who we're, in theory, better than. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But that is going to be the 11. As you can see, Frigan is out. Matusiwa has just picked up flu, so he's out of the game as well. And Bietic is, of course, cup-tied. So we are left with this as an 11. It is going to be Samba in goal. Roberts, Ute, Hughes and Tavares in the defence. It's Mapiu and Andre in the middle. Mapiu is obviously normally a centre-back. Going to play as a half-back today. I have got other midfield options, but I want to go with him because he's more defensively sound. And then we've got Darvic, Gomez and Fernandes as the attacking midfield 3. Gomez starting. He's been rotten. I don't know how else to say. He's had one half-decent game. I've not played him for the last couple because he's just been that bad to be honest. Well, I didn't play him in the last game. The last time we played well was against Rotherham, who are, in League One. He's not going to be around next season. I'm pretty sure he's going to go in the summer. And then we round out the squad with our striker, which again is going to be Sonko. Again, it's away from home, so Charlton are obviously going to have home field advantage. I don't quite know how this formation will do against a team like them, but we have still got the 4-3-3, which we can move to. We can, if we need to put Darvic out wide, we can do, but I can always just take like someone off, like my PU, just to fill in everything. But we are going to go with this formation. Let me just make sure I haven't messed anything up. No, they're the way around that they were. Right, let's get into the game, and let's see what we can do against my former employees. So again, I do feel a little bit bad about when I see how far they've fallen, but equally, I'm also looking at it and thinking, I've got to think about my career in this save. The whole point of it is, what if I was a football manager? And I do look at it and think, okay, maybe we could be doing better than they are at the moment, but would we have just had a continual slide? Because, yeah, it's not looking good for them. They are going to get relegated. I mean, they've got 2 wins in the last 5, and that is an 11 that we recognise. Although Barr and Cone, I mean, Cone's the backup goalkeeper that we signed. I think there was another player in there who I didn't recognise. But our form is obviously looking really good, considering where we started. Considering we started with this club in and around the relegation zone, or just outside of it. Position-wise, I didn't really draw attention to it at the time. We're about 9th at the moment, which is very good going, all things considered. And I'm quite proud of the turnaround that we've had at this club, and we are looking good. And again, I don't know, I've never really used a 4-2-3-1 narrow before, but it is looking relatively spicy at the moment. We are looking pretty good with it going forward. But again, the times we've used it against teams, it's been teams who are very much significantly better than us. And also, the main effect it's had really has been those home games against Manchester United and Arsenal. I've got double over Arsenal for the season, by the way. Once with Charlton and once with Wolves. Although Charlton coming forward at the moment, which again is a bit of a concern. Although we are at the Valley, and Noel Lopez, who we struggle to get games out of Noel Lopez, but he looks like he has started to score a few. He's got 7 for the season, which obviously isn't a lot, but he has started to put them in the back of the net. I'm a little bit concerned with the fact that Charlton look like they're on top of us at the moment. They're actually dominating us on possession. We are, again, away from home, so we do need to bear that in mind. I am going to just encourage the boys. It's a little bit early to do that, but they're kind of dominating us a little bit. I want to get a foothold of the game. Darvish did really well to kind of put the player off there, and now we have the ball at Angel Gomez. I'd like to see something from him today, if that's okay. Ute as well. Ute actually, since he's come back from the African Cup of Nations, has not looked his usual marauding self, which is not particularly great. Neither was that attempt from Fernandes. I don't know why Fernandes was going for a goal there. I think the problem we've got is we're not getting a lot of the ball here, but we're not necessarily set up to get a lot of the ball. So I don't know whether I'm actually happy with us letting Charlton have a lot of the ball. I think maybe what I'd prefer us to do is to be dominating the ball, which makes me think I might change the formation back to the 4-3-3. And then we have this as we're not going to see much of the ball, let's just be a smash and grab team. Because that is basically what we've been doing to teams. It's been great fun to watch. So maybe we'll consolidate what we've got, and we'll decide that we'll have those 2 formations going forward. Although, if Sonko puts that in the back of the net, I eat my words. I mean, it's a great opportunity, but they've also had a good opportunity, so let's not take too much from it. Although we are starting to turn the game around in terms of chances. We are letting them have the ball here. We're kind of like, we know you can't do anything, so we're going to just let you have it, and then when we get it, we're going to bomb forward. But we're not really doing a lot with it. So I do think maybe the 4-3-3 will come out at half-time. They're all over us on match momentum as well. We are letting them kind of do what they want. Again, they are at home. There is home advantage, and, you know, they have won 2 of their last 5, so maybe they are on a bit of a resurgence. They've obviously got to the FA Cup quarter-final, so they're doing something right. Although, admittedly, not as right as we are. And it's actually Angel Gomez who's bundled it home, and that's really good to see, actually. He has been rotten for us for most of the season, other than when I first joined. And it's nice to see him score against a Premier League team. Admittedly, it's a Premier League team that shouldn't be a Premier League team, because we probably got them promoted a little bit too early last season. But, yeah. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. 1-0. Happy days. Happy days. I mean, yeah, against the match momentum, against the possession, against all that stuff. I might just tweak the match instructions and keep the shape, just to see whether we can get ourselves dominating the ball a little bit more. Because while I am confident that we can repel a lot of their attacks, I do know their attack very well. I'm a little bit worried that there is a little bit of talent in there that could just break through. So let's just have a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn those two down. We'll pass it around a little bit more. Keep early crosses on. I'm okay with that. But we'll just try and get the ball a little bit more. And I'll tell you what, we'll distribute to centre-backs as well. We can always go back if we need to, but let's do that. Just try and get a bit more of a stranglehold on the ball so we're not just lumping it forward. That feels like a thing to do. We'll also tell Sonko he needs to do a little bit better. He had a great opportunity and didn't make anything of it. Our yellow card boys are starting to creep up, but we are on hard tackling at the moment because that seems to work. Again, Yute, poor performance from him, which is very concerning. Very concerning indeed. I'll tell Van Hughes he can do a bit better, and I'll tell Andre, you're not that bad, but you can do better than that. Right, we'll leave it at that. What I am actually going to do as well, just because I'm a little bit worried about these yellow card boys, we'll get you and the other guy to ease off of tackles. I just don't want us to do anything silly when we're only 1-0 up. We'll go with that. And if they lose effectiveness as a result of that, then we'll just substitute some of them. Roberts is going to be one of those players because he's really not having a good game. Really not having a good game at all. Our possession looks like it's creeping up a little bit, not by much, but it's looking good. Our match momentum's looking good as well. Right, Gomez with the corner, looking for the header. Hughes doesn't find him. Ute does flick it onto Darvic, and Noah Darvic. And it's an assist from Ute, which will pump his rating up as well, which makes me happy. Noah Darvic has been fantastic since he's joined us. The first couple of games, obviously, you take a little bit of time to bed in, but he's just one of those players who just seems to get in the right place at the right time. He's got a little bit of magic in his feet. We paid a lot for him. We're paying a lot of wages for him as well. I don't mind. You've got him in there, and him and Andre are like two ridiculously good midfielders for this team. I do worry a little bit of us being able to keep them long term. Angel Gomez, by the way, has turned up today. He's turned up to play. And then he has a shot. And we forget about the fact that he's turned up to play. Possession hasn't actually gone up as much as I was hoping it would. It's definitely a tiny bit higher, but yeah, I mean, match momentum's definitely the thing that's changed the most. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised that possession didn't go up any more than that. But again, they're not really doing much with it, which is good to see. Right, I'm going to make some substitutions. Tavares is going to come off for Ait-Nouri. And Connor Roberts, he's getting a little bit better actually, so I might keep... Nah, do you know what? Sugawara can come on. And Mupiyu can come off. It's really only Tommy Doyle who can come on for him. So we'll do that. He can't really do anything. He's 2-star set. I'm thinking ahead already to players that we can move on in the summer, and he is probably going to be one of them, but we'll do that. Nansen Juan is the one player who's really suffered from the change of the formation because he can only play as a winger. So we need to do something about that. We need to find a way to... Absolute play for play, Stu. We need to find a way to get him into the side. I've got him training as an attacking midfielder. I might bring him on for the last 10 minutes of this one as an attacking midfielder and just see how he does. I might take Darvic off and give him a bit of a break because he has earned it. Again, he's been sensational for us once he's kind of got used to the team and he's kind of been clicking. Right, Mupiyu now. This is pre-substitution, so Mupiyu is still on as are the other players. Fernandez now goes back to Hughes, who's had a decent enough game. Over to Tavares before he comes off to Andre. Andre looking to pick that pass out to Darvic, and I tell you what, Andre and Noah Darvic are two great midfielders, and I'm so happy we've got them. The midfield, whatever formation we choose, is built around them and their quality. That is sensational. What a lovely pass that is, and it is on the volley. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Our most valuable player when we joined and our new most valuable player since we've signed him, combining together with brutal efficiency there. It's 2 for Darvic. I can't take him off now. He's on a hat-trick. Them's the rules. I can't do it. I'm not allowed to. Right, Charlton with a rare attack here. Andre does a great job of getting the ball there, by the way. And now it's Mateus Fernandez looking for someone to pass that ball to. He's whipping it. He's looking for Darvic. I thought I had my chance to take him off then. I thought it was going to be a hat-trick. Right. It is substitute o'clock. We are going to make some changes now. I'm actually going to move Darvic into the middle. I'm going to take Gomez off. Gomez, fair play. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to take him off. I'm going to keep him on, actually. We'll keep him where he's been playing okay. I'm going to take off Mateus Fernandez. We'll bring on Natson Juan, who again cannot play here, but I've just started training him as an attacking midfielder on attack. So he is going to start to get better at that role. And then I'm going to take Andre off, maybe. No, I don't have a playmaker to bring on. That's the only problem. I don't have a playmaker to bring on. Do you know what? I'll tell you what. Sugawara come into the midfield. We'll move you 2 rounds. Sugawara can play as a ball-winning midfielder on defence, because you can do that. And Andre can come off for Adarabioyo. And he can come on as a fullback on support. Yeah. Actually, do you know what? Even better than that. We'll put Dan Hughes out more, because Dan Hughes actually is more flexible as a defender, so we'll do that. And that'll be our final change. And Darvic, again, he'll just have to deal with staying on. We'll just see whether Juan can actually do anything from attack midfield. He's got 10 minutes to try and do something. Charlton haven't really shown a lot in this game. We have kind of eased past them a little bit, although the first half was a bit of a struggle in many ways. It would just be nice to see whether he can do something from that position. If he can't, it's fine. Again, we're asking him to play in a position he doesn't play in, so it is what it is. I'm quite happy with 3-0. That's a really comfortable result in the FA Cup, and it will get us to a semi-final. Oh man, you see, and I wish Angel Gomez had some aerial presence, because he would have just been able to boss that there. Right, Noel Lopez, I mean, he's probably not playing as a striker anymore if he's that deep. They're passing it around here. I did have a look when I first joined Wolves to see if any of the players that we had at Charlton would be worth trying to sign, and it really highlighted to me the gulf in class between our two teams. Oh, Doyle, he's just been sent off. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We're 3-0 up, but Doyle, you do not need to be doing that at all. Right, let's have a think about what we want to do. Yeah, okay, we've only got Sugawara, who can play defensive midfielder, who's on the pitch, who's any good in that role. So he's going to have to go there. I think what we'll probably have to do is go kind of almost like a diamond, I think. Or we leave it at that. I mean, that feels a little bit ridiculous. Or do we do... Maybe we do this. This will be utterly ridiculous, by the way. So Darvic can come back to here. He can be advanced playmaker on support. And then Juan can go on over here. You can go here. Oh, do you know what? Let's go really ridiculous. Let's pop you on the wing where you belong. His better position, his favoured position. Let's pop him there just because. And we'll keep Angel Gomez as the attacking midfielder on support, because he's still getting that from there. Offset masterpiece. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do that to close the game out. We're 3-0 ahead. Time to experiment. Why not? Why on earth not? But that is going to be the game. There's going to be nothing else Charlton can really do. There we go. Full time. We are through to a semi-final in the FA Cup. We're going to Wembley, which is quite cool actually. So I think the next video after this one was going to be the end of the season. We might have to come back for the FA Cup semi-final. We might have to come back for that. Just, yeah, I think we will. That's a pretty big deal for us. And we get one over on Charlton. I mean, that's a bit dramatic. We have done the double over Charlton. You didn't see the first game, obviously. But when we first played them way back when, it was a 3-0 win at home. So we've kind of matched the same thing. Again, someone got a brace in this game. They got a brace in that game as well. But it shows that this formation does work against a team who were better than. We just maybe have to tweak the tempo and things like that. Right, Everton is going to be next. I don't really know what to expect from Everton. I don't think I've played them yet while being here at Wolverhampton Wanderers. They are currently 7th. They're having a really good season, actually. Really good season indeed. And just to confirm, by the way, we did kind of cost Arsenal top of the table. But yeah, Everton are there. We're up to 9th, as I mentioned. We are still in 9th as well. We're actually not far away from Everton. I mean, I'm going to say something ridiculous now. There's 7 points between us and the European places. We could not sneak. No, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Take each match as it comes. Our next game is against Everton. Let's see whether we can get another win. You know, Everton have had a really good season. I'm just looking through all of their fixtures now just to see. I mean, their beginning of the season was great. They lost the Merseyside derby on the opening day, but other than that, like, okay, they had a really, really bad December. Well, even then, it was 3 wins, 3 losses. Was it that bad? If you were Everton today, you'd probably take that. You'd probably take 3 wins out of 6. You probably would. I mean, their January was excellent. February's not been too bad. Obviously, this is a really weird short March at the moment. They lost the last game against Newcastle, though, so that does give me hope. But again, 7th place is pretty good going for them. We have now dropped down to 10th after Bournemouth have played their game, and I don't think Villa would have had any effect either. So what we're hoping to do today is to go back ahead of Bournemouth, because our goal record has made us actually have a really decent goal difference compared to where we were. We're just -1. a win today, we can actually be into positive goal difference for the first time. Bournemouth, -11. Get to the back of the line. Right, so the 11 for the game against Everton is as follows. It is Samba in goal, Sugawara, Ute, Mpiu and Tavares in defence, Bajetic and Andre in the middle with Darvic, Gomez and Fernandez supporting Sonko up front. We are so close to having Frigan back. So close, but he's not quite fully fit yet. Matusiwa, however, is fully fit, so we will pop him on the bench. He can go on instead of Rolheiser, who I am unlikely to use. He has started the season okay when we joined, but yeah, he's just kind of dropped off a little bit. So that's the 11. That's what we're going to go with. Let's see whether it's good enough to beat a 7th place Everton side. Apparently, Angel Gomez is hurt that he's playing. Apparently, he also used to play for Everton in this universe. So it's a bit of a homecoming is probably the wrong word, but he's a return to his former stomping ground, which is the new stadium, of course, in real life. Obviously, in the game, it's been a new stadium for quite some time. Iraola is currently the manager there. They've actually lost 3 on the bounce, have Everton. So we need to try and capitalise on that, whereas we haven't lost in our last 5 now. That's nice to see. That's very nice indeed. Darvic again having some great... there we go. There was his stats there for a second. Having a great season for us since joining in January. Again, a lot of money spent on him. Overall, we'll be paying him off for a little while, and we're paying him a fair whack on wages, but so far it has been money well spent, and I'm quite happy with that. Right, we are underway. We probably need to change that to the table. I'll do that when it comes back up. Right, whipped in by Darvic, looking for someone. Ute with the ball, back to Darvic. That's got to be offside, surely. It's not been given, though. And Sugawara tried to drill it through. Gomez tried to get a shot away as well. Gomez's finishing is not as bad as his in-game play would lead you to believe, because it looks like he's got the worst finishing in the world, but actually his finishing rating is not that bad. Every time I try and change the table, we get a highlight, which is really annoying, but they're all in Everton's half at the moment, which is making me smile. Oh my god, big mistake there. Sonko with the attempt, and Pickford, who is still at the club, with the big boy save, and it is going to be a corner. I imagine it will be Darvic to take. No, it's Angel Gomez, former Evertonian, whipping the ball in, looking for someone, can't find him. Mpiu flicks it back in, doesn't really find anyone. Just being ping-ponged around a little bit here. Sugawara, can he do something? Gets it to Bajetic, who of course was cup-tied for the FA Cup game against Charlton. Wins another corner. We are putting the pressure on them early here, and it makes me quite happy to see it. Right, Darvic will take this one. I'm going to be looking for the head of Ute, I would imagine. Tavares was there of all people. Ute went for the overhead kick. I'm not sure that he has any right to be attempting an overhead kick from a corner. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure your centre-back is not meant to be overhead kicking anything. Right, Guilherme into Patterson here, and it's drilled in by Nathan Patterson. You could probably argue it's a bit of an issue from Samba there, but it is Everton 1, Wolves 0. That is a bit of a disappointing start, because we've looked dominant so far. Orsolini with the free kick. Louis Guilherme managed to get it to Patterson, who was a right-back, I do believe, and he's just drilled it in. 1-0 to Everton. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to encourage the boys. It's fine. We can come back from that. We've been all over them, so it's only a matter of time until we can get the ball in the back of the net. Not with highlights like this, though. Throw in Orsolini, who had that free kick, whipping it in, looking for Garner. That's a little bit scrappy, but we managed to get it out of there, only temporarily, though. Whipped in. Garner's ended up with it on the wing. He's put it out for a goal kick, which is fine. Bit concerning that they are a little bit all over us at the moment. Samba managing to sort of redeem himself for the goal, because I do feel like that was a little bit of a Samba problem. I mean, if I'm being honest, I do think it was his error. Oh, my door's open. That's a little bit annoying. Right, we have a highlight now. And I think we've won a penalty while I'm closing my door. Okay, I did not see what happened there. I did not see what happened at all. But we got a penalty though, so I'm happy. Now, who's going to be taking it? Is it going to be... Don't tell me it's Angel Gomez. Do not tell me it's Angel Gomez. Oh, it's Angel Gomez. I thought I'd taken him off them. I genuinely thought I'd taken him off them. If there was a game not to have Angel Gomez taking penalties, it was this game. And he was on there taking penalties. Do you know what it is? The players who were ahead of him in the queue aren't on the pitch. That's what it is. I left him on there because his penalty taking isn't the worst. Allegedly. Obviously it is, because, I mean, did you see that penalty? He's on a 6.1. He's coming off at half-time. I'm not going to take him off now because he's got a bit of time to win himself back in. He's put the ball through to Fernandes and Mateus Fernandes. I don't think it will class as an assist for Gomez, but I think it should, because Gomez actually made that goal by causing confusion amongst the defenders, and we are level. We are level. So Darvic is one of the architects again. Gets it to Fernandes, Andre, into Gomez. Demiral intercepts it away from Gomez, but ends up passing it to Fernandes, who actually, along with Darvic, kind of started the move, and that does make it 1-1. It puts Angel Gomez's rating up by a point to 6.2 as well, so maybe he's on the way to a recovery. It's going between that and 6.1. Probably not, let's be honest. We've been all over Everton. They are probably feeling a little bit lucky to only be 1-1 and not be behind by a lot more than that. Rather, they're giving the ball away here. Darvic looking for Sonko, finds it nowhere near him. However, they're playing with fire a little bit here, Everton, just a little bit. Right, Carlos, I don't know who you are, but you're running forward with it at left back. He's going to try and whip this in. He does. Looking for Orsolini. Tavares doesn't defend it very well, but the header is over the bar. Everton playing like a team who are equal, if not better than us at the moment, which you would expect considering their league position. You really would. So I'm not unhappy with the fact that it is 1-1 at all. We have a final highlight before the half ends, though. Sugawara looking to get it to Bejetic. Back to Sugawara, whipping it in. Can Fernandes get another one here? He nearly does, though. Oh, my word. And it is finally half-time. It's evened up a little bit, but in terms of possession, we've been far better than we were in the Charlton game, which is a bit weird, but I'll take it. I'm quite happy with that as a first half, actually, all things considered. I'm going to say... It's not going to tell me the thing that I want to say. I'll say that one. I'll say can't... Whatever I said, I'll say that one. Hopefully to try and G him up a little bit. Darvic could be doing better, though he's looked alright on the ball. You two, not particularly happy. You two, do a bit better. Sugawara's been absolutely fine, and I'll say to the goalkeeper as well, you're doing okay. Right, Angel Gomez. I'm sorry, lad, you're off the pitch. Brian Gill can come on. Brian Gill has had a couple of half-decent performances, so we'll give him a chance. Like Nuri can come on as well. We'll give him a chance to... I think we'll leave it. I mean, obviously, Sonko's not having the best of games, but it's fine. I'll give him another chance. What I do just want to double-check, actually, is he on shoot less often? He is on shoot less often. He's not listening to it, but he is on shoot less often. So let's see whether we can get another goal and try and get 3 points. I'll take a point from this game happily. Going into this game, obviously, you look at Everton, you know they've had struggles in real life in recent years, and I would look at it as we can get 3 points from this. But with how they're doing in the game, I'm quite happy with a point. However, Ute, after I've called him out on his poor performances, has gone and got what could be the winner. Darvic with the corner. We've been looking for it from the beginning of the game. We had a barrage of corners that we were just struggling to get on the end of. Ute even tried an overhead kick, but Ute does get a header in and make it 2-1, which you cannot argue we absolutely deserve in this game. Now the key is to either build on it or maintain it. What we don't want to do is slip away from this. We need to carry on. Right, goal kick to Pickford. Launching it forward for Everton, looking for Gilhern. He actually finds him. Orsolini now on the ball. Could have done with winning that header, really, but here we go. Everton now do have a bit of possession. They have looked dangerous when they've come forward, so we do need to try and defend this a bit better. And Andre's giving away a penalty. One of our star players. I mean, unless it's given us a dive. Who knows? It could be given us a dive. I don't think it will be, but it could be given as a dive. It's not been given as a dive. It is, in fact, a penalty to Everton. Right. Come on, Samba. Evan Ferguson to take. Puts it in the back of the net. Evan Ferguson has moved to Everton in this universe, by the way. And he's 19th of the season in all competitions. He's only got about 12, 13 now in the Premier League. And he's in the top 3 of goal scorers. So goal scoring isn't that high, other than Erling Haaland, who's around 20. Everyone else is kind of that little bit further behind. Right, I'm going to fire the boys up because we absolutely deserve to be winning this game. Again, where Everton have been all season, a draw is fine, but I will feel like it's 2 points slightly dropped. Bejetic into Darvic. Can he do it again? He can do it again. It is 3-2. What a game. What a game of football this is. Okay, so ball comes out. Ferguson can't win it. Actually, everyone misses it. Fernandes gets to Ute. Ute kind of takes it off him, actually. And Bejetic just slips it through to Darvic. And again, we spent some money on that boy. It's money well spent, and he is going to be the starlet of this team for as long as we can keep him. Right, substitutions. Sonko is coming off. Kalasic hasn't really kicked back on since his injury, so we'll bring him on and see whether we can do something. Mapi's not been that good either, so Dan Hughes is going to come on. I'm actually trusting Dan Hughes a little bit more than I was now. And we've still got that final substitution should we need it. So let's just see whether we can do that. Kalasic, I'm hoping, can just hold the ball up for us and just kind of delay things a little bit so we can get players into positions. Right, Ait Nouri gets it to Fernandez, tries to get it to Andre, who is on a yellow card, so he does have to be careful. They're giving the ball away here, though. And Bietic, former Liverpool player, goes for the shot but cannot do anything. I'm actually just going to tell Andre just to ease off them tackles. I'm going to do the same thing with Sugawara as well, just to be on the safe side. He's actually taking this corner now, Sugawara, whipping it in, looking for Ute, but it's straight into the hands of Jordan Pickford. Ute, good to see him get on the score sheet today. Really happy with that. I'm really happy with the game in general, actually, because Everton have been a threat. We are away from home as well, so bear in mind, Everton have got a home field advantage. We have to recognise that on their turf, they are going to be better, and Samba just manages to see that over. Orsolini has got an injury here, though, so that will need to be dealt with. We'll see how quickly the game actually deals with that. You're on time, mate. It's fine. Actually, no, take your time. We're winning. Yeah, I'm quite happy for you to take your time. Take as long as you want to walk off the pitch. Go on, go a bit slower. That's absolutely fine. Right, Carlos is going to be taking. This is going to be an in-swinger. Or an out-swinger. It's an out-swinger? It's an out-swinger, isn't it? Yeah, so I've got my terminology wrong there. Didn't even actually have any swing on it. It literally just looped up into the air. He's going to be another corner for Everton. They are piling the pressure on towards this final 10 minutes of the game. Orsolini's rolling on the floor, by the way. I mean, you can't see it, which is quite funny. Obviously, I can't show it to you now because it's obviously happened, because I've just realised my camera's in the way. Genuinely, their player was just rolling around on the floor and the physio was doing nothing to him. Everton, I think you need to have a word with your medical staff because there's a bit of negligence going on there, dare I say. A little bit of negligence. Right. Final change. I kind of want to rest Darvic, but I also am aware that this is the final game before a massive break, so I'm not too worried. So we're going to bring on Nedson Juan. Just again, to get him a little bit more football in this position. It's not as much as I would want it to, actually. I wanted to bring him off on a little bit earlier, but I kind of forgot. So, kind of on me, that one is. And I'm going to bring him on... Do you know what? I will bring him on for Fernandez. Bring him on for Fernandez. I'll keep Darvic on just because, again... Noah Darvic has kind of been the catalyst of most things good with our team. So let's keep him on just in case. And we'll just see if we can see the game out. We have, again, been all over Everton in this game. A draw is fine. A win is preferable because we have been good value for a win. And this would put us above Bournemouth. And as soon as I make my final substitution, and it's Darvic as well. Oh, no. It's Darvic as well. Okay, right. What is it? It's a foot injury. That might not be too bad. And actually, it's just before the international break. It's not the end of the world because we won't need him. Right, Gil and him can swap around and we'll take him off. And I'll tell you what, we'll put both of you... We'll put Gil on support. And Nedson Juan can just go crazy and just do what he wants. We'll just go with that. Shouldn't affect us too much, to be fair, with the system that we're playing. So, it is what it is. But actually, I think we're going to be out for time here. There it is. And we do eventually win the game. That is a big win, actually. That is more impressive in a way than the wins against United and Arsenal, because we've struggled in that game a little bit at times. But we have actually been outright the best team. And the right result has happened there. That is a really good result. I'm actually chuffed with that as a game. I'm chuffed with the system as well, because the system does look like it works. Obviously, we did concede some goals. There's still work to do on the squad in terms of the quality of player, but I'm quite happy with that. Now, Darvic is out for 3 to 4 weeks. Next game's in 15 days, so he's going to miss the Tottenham game. Minimum. It's not the biggest gap in the world. I thought it was a much bigger gap than that, actually. So 15 days, miss Tottenham, miss Crystal Palace, but could be back for the FA Cup semi-final, which is going to be the next game in the video because it's against Arsenal. You can't see it there. Let me just move myself over. There we go. That's what I wanted to do in the game, and I forgot how to do it. Yeah, the Arsenal game is going to be the next one that we have. We'll play that one, and then we'll come back for the final 2 games of the season. So I'm jumping ahead there as to what we're going to be doing. So he's definitely going to miss Tottenham. He could miss Crystal Palace, but he should be back for Arsenal, hopefully. And if he's not back for Arsenal, at least then we can have him fully rested for the final run-in towards the end of the season. We'll try and consolidate this mid-table finish that we promised the board that we get. I mean, we're in 9th at the moment. Down to 12th, there's actually a fairly chunky gap, so I think we're pretty much there. It's not come up to say that we've achieved our objective yet, but we're not a million miles away from it. So that feels like the plan. Andre's only out for 3 days, so he'll be absolutely fine. We're 5 unbeaten as well. I mean, it's a good 5 games as well. Draw against Man City, technically. We're not counting the Community Shield? Carabao Cup, that's the one. We're not counting cup competitions. This is just in the league. You can see the 2 draws there against 2 big teams, 2 wins against 2 big teams, and then beating a team that we should beat, albeit away from home, albeit quite a difficult game. I'm really happy with the progress we made in this episode. Very happy indeed. We're looking good. We're looking strong. We're in 9th. We've got an exactly 0 goal difference, which is incredibly satisfying. And hopefully we can build on that and get ourselves maybe an FA Cup final, although I highly doubt it. I think Arsenal will be looking for revenge from that, so I've got a feeling we're going to get absolutely whopped. But you know what? We'll enjoy another day out at Wembley. Because remember, we've already had one this season. And look how that turned out. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like on there for me. And do not forget to subscribe. It's completely free to do so. And you'll put a big smile on this face right here. I've been Stu. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.